20 heavily armed IRS and ATF agents have raided an FFL in Montana and seized all of the shop's 4473s for reasons they only describe as official business. The raid is the culmination of what the shop owner, Tom Van Hoos, says has been 2 years of constant state and federal surveillance spanning several agencies. Now, this is a breaking story that just came out Friday night, and we don't have a lot of details, but this is what we know. The IRS and ATF showed up at Highwood Creek Outfitters just when Hoos was opening the store around 7 a.m. on Wednesday. According to Hoos, 2 years ago, the government told him his shop had been reported. No one told him what the complaint entailed, who reported him, and why. Then OSHA, the FBI, DHS, ATF, and IRS have all been snooping around his business ever since. The local radio station reports a spokeswoman for the IRS would only say they were there on official IRS business. The ATF says it was providing assistance to the IRS. We attempted to enter the store today and were stopped by agents at the door who would only say that the gun store is closed and will reopen tomorrow. The Highwood Creek Outfitters website claims to be America's largest online firearms and accessories mall, specializing in ARs and AKs. So I think we can all guess why the government is trying to strangle his business, because it's the same reason they're trying to strangle the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment isn't the only thing the government is trying to strangle. They're also looking to control our health decisions, specifically around something called NMN. NMN, or nicotinamide mononucleotide, has been shown to provide numerous health benefits, such as improved energy, weight management, endurance, strength, and even anti-aging. Now, the FDA is trying to force companies to stop selling NMN by labeling it as a drug so they can partner with Big Pharma to corner the market. Just like gun control and the big 2020 cough, this move is not about safety or efficacy. A company called Black Forest Supplements is fighting hard for freedom of choice, and they've decided to keep selling NMN even though it's extremely risky for them. As a result, you still have an opportunity to take advantage of Black Forest's NMN supplement and a special discount for my viewers. We have no idea when the FDA ban hammer will come down, so get your supply while you can and get 10% off with code LIBERTY at blackforestsupplements.com/liberty. You can find my link and special discount code in the description and the pinned comment. Like NMN, Hoos also assumes the scrutiny of his business is simply to keep modern sporting rifles out of the hands of Americans. While there, the government seized all of the shop's 4473s, so now they know every single one of his customers, what they bought, and where they live. About the only thing these forms don't have is financial information, so no one knows why the IRS took them. The Great Falls Police have also confirmed the investigation and said that they provided security for the 20 already heavily armed federal agents. The Montana Department of Justice has claimed not to be involved, but the IRS confirmed that they actually were at the raid. Congressman Matt Rosendale has sent a letter to the directors of both the IRS and the ATF to demand answers. He also confirmed the seizure of the 4473s. He says that that's all that they took. No tax or financial records, no accounting, nothing but the 4473s.
There was 20 IRS agents armed with ARs that stormed this guy's store. Tom Van Hoos. I met with him this morning. I stopped by the store to see if he could give me any more details. And they went through and searched his facility. He said they were polite. But, you know, people tend to be a little bit more polite and mannerly when everyone's walking around with an AR threatening them. So the IRS took every single one of the 4473s that Tom Van Hoos had in his possession there at Highwood Creek Outfitters. And I am concerned that this is another attempt by the IRS to create a database on people that they can target for being conservatives because they want to own their own firearm.
According to Hoos, he has always had a good relationship with the ATF and is known for being accurate and on top of his paperwork. So again, the mystery thickens. In his letter, Rosendale wrote, "While we wait to hear more details and rationale behind this raid, given the positions of the Biden administration, this raid appears to be an attempt to intimidate firearms dealers and owners. This is particularly worrying given that it comes just weeks after the ATF closed a gun store in Cobb County, Georgia, without any advance warning. A pattern of intimidation and harassment seems to be emerging under Director Dettelbach's leadership of the ATF. This pattern appears to be orchestrated directly from the White House, as evident by the fact sheet released by the Biden administration, where they detail their plans to hassle mom-and-pop gun shops over minor record-keeping and paperwork discrepancies. During my visit to Highwood Creek Outfitters, I learned that the IRS confiscated all the 4473 forms from the store. This means that the sensitive personal information of any customer ever to purchase a firearm at Highwood Creek Outfitters is now in the hands of the IRS. These background check forms include no financial information, and there is no discernible reason why the IRS would need these forms. The IRS committed an egregious breach of privacy for Montana's gun owners, and I am outraged that the agents involved showed no regard for federal law. Although there are still some murky details regarding the events at Highwood Creek Outfitters, there is no circumstance in which 4473s would be necessary in an investigation spearheaded by the IRS. He went on to remind the agencies that Highwood Creek is not just an FFL, but also has a range that regularly hosts local law enforcement, and that ultimately Congress controls the funding for both the IRS and the ATF. The letter also demands answers to why Hoos was raided, what evidence they have against him, and how they got that alleged evidence. He also asks if Biden has directed the ATF and IRS to conduct these raids, if any more are planned in Montana, how much money they're sinking into these measures, and what exactly the agencies plan to do with these seized records. As I said at the beginning, this is a developing story that only came out Friday night, and these are all the details that we have so far. If anything else comes out, I will be sure to bring that to you. In the meantime, that is it for this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you are new here, drop a comment down below because I am really curious about what you guys think about this situation. And as always, thanks for tuning in and happy shooting.